Hi and hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Preeti and I am both a real estate and a mortgage broker for close to 20 years. Now today I actually have a question for you guys. Do you really think that Canada as a country is turning into a dystopian nightmare, especially where housing and real estate is concerned? The Trudeau government is probably trying their level best to keep up with the housing demand, but really, will it be enough to solve our ever-growing housing crisis? So let's get into the facts and figures of these changes over the years. But first, you know the drill. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and tap that bell icon. It gets me motivated to keep you up to date with everything real estate. Canada's largest expense right now is housing, which has been going up on an average by around 17% per year, just by itself. And those numbers are never really included in the inflation, or they are severely miscalculated numbers. But on top of that, you have other large living expenses like food, energy, and gas. They're obviously spiked almost about 150% since 2020. But again, that is a problem going on with the whole world as well as in Canada. In 2011, the average sale price of a house in Canada was around $348,000. 12 years later, prices have now more than doubled to over $700,000. In Toronto, the average house went from $500,000 in 2013 all the way up to $1.3 million in 2023. In fact, if you were to look at what $200,000 can get you in Toronto today, you're probably looking at a double parking space. You heard that right. Parking space. Welcome to Canada, guys, where the average one-bedroom, 500 square foot apartment in Toronto is currently going for over $550,000 Canadian. And it is crazy prices like these that have given Toronto the name of the largest real estate bubble in the world. Now, even though Toronto is Canada's largest city, it doesn't really represent Canada as a whole. But if you look at new construction in Toronto, you are looking at condo buildings only. Why? For two main reasons. One, lack of space, and two, it's way more profitable as a business for builders. Did you know that when large developers get an approval to build some sort of a large-scale neighborhood, they oftentimes just won't? They'll spend hundreds and thousands or sometimes even millions of dollars trying to lobby the city to get their construction plan approved. But yet, when it finally does get approved, nothing really happens. Now, sometimes the goal of these developers is to just get the land rezoned from something like an agricultural or just general vacant land to some sort of a residential zoning. And just by doing that, the value of that land can go up 10 times, sometimes even more, which is a pretty good return on their investment itself. However, other times, they're just general changes to the economy which prevents the builder from building. Like right now, the cost of materials is much more expensive than it was 3 years ago. Interest rates are much higher on construction loans, and there's also the severe construction workers shortage as well. That is why Canada has the least amount of houses per capita out of any of the G7 countries. And it is estimated that Canada is currently 6 million housing units short, with a population of about 40 million people. However, the housing shortage is just one reason why Canada is turning into a dystopian nightmare. We cannot ignore the crisis of the middle class and lower class jobs combined with the high cost of living. About 7 years ago, a $50,000 a year construction job could let you pay most of your bills in most cities, maybe except Vancouver or if you live downtown Toronto. However, now a $50,000 job per year would probably force you to move back into your parents' home. And on top of that, Canada is the highest educated workforce in the world, meaning that much of the middle class is specifically looking for high-paying jobs to help recuperate their investment that they made into their university education. And so, in this country's economy, you're left with a middle class who cannot afford to live in their own country, and you have a large portion of the workforce who's vastly overqualified for most of the available jobs right now. And to top that off, there's currently a cost of living crisis going on not only in Canada but all around the world. So, what is your take on all of this? Stay tuned, and if you have questions and want clarifications, please don't hesitate to call me. If you still don't know who I am, just go check my rating on Google and read my client reviews. Till then, take care, and if you found value or liked this video and would like to see more content, click on the boxes on the screen. Once again, my name is Preeti Rao. My contact information is in the description box below. Make sure to hit like, share, subscribe, and that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to call me because I hold the key that opens the door to your dream home.